a great sorrow, a bitter disappointment, a crushing defeat. Some come slowly. They appear upon the rugged edges of the horizon, no longer there on the man's hand, but trouble that seems so insignificant spreads until it covers the sky and overwhelms it. Something small can end up to be.
Right.
Yet it is in the storm that God equips us for service. The storm. When God wants an oak, he plants it on the moor where the storms will shake it and the rains will beat it down, and it is the midnight battle and the elements upon it, and it is the midnight battle of elements that the oak wins its rugged fiber and becomes the king of the forest. When God wants to make a man, he puts them in the storm. The history of manhood is always rough and rugged. No man is made until he has been out into the surge of the storm and found the sublime fulfillment of the prayer, "Oh God, take me, break me, and make me." A Frenchman once painted a picture of a universal genius. There stood orators, philosophicals, murderers, all have achieved a phase in their life. The remarkable part of this picture is every man who is preeminent for his picture in this, every ability and first preeminent for suffering. In the foreground stands the figure of a man who has denied the promised land, Moses. Beside him is another, feeling his way, blind. Homer, Milton is there, blind and broken-hearted. Now comes a form of one that towers above them all. And this is his characteristic. His face is marred more than any other man's. The artist might have written under the great picture, the storm, of all these men. Moses was one.
Yeah.
Others. The storms of their the story of their life is they're in a storm, most of their lives. That's how they became to be great men, and to minister, and to become for God. The beauty of nature comes after the storm. The rugged beauty on the mountain is born from a storm. And the heroes of life are the storm swept and the battle scarred. You have been in the storm and swept by the blasts. Has it left you broken, weary, beaten in the valley? Or have they left you on the summit of a richer, deeper, more prominent life, manhood and womanhood? Have they left you more sympathy with the storm swept and the battle scarred? So it's the storms of life that make us what we are. You're not going to amount to much unless you've been in some storm. Like
you know,
the
it's
oak tree.
amazing. There was